Hello, welcome to the orchard. If you look at this orchard, it might not be the kind of orchard that you'd expect to see these days. We've got long grass, we've got lots of different weeds and wildflowers, and we don't take any vegetation from around the trees. And there are good reasons for that, because for thousands of years, that's exactly how orchards were run. And it works very, very well. And I'll explain how in this video. But let's have a look at some of the grasses that we have here. Here's a small selection of what actually is growing at the moment. First one from the left we've got is smooth stalk meadow grass, which is a very tall grass, great for linnets, great for little songbirds that want to eat tiny amounts of seed later on in the year. Then we've got the Coxfoot grass, which is another strong grower, tall, vigorous grass, lots of grazing for that later on. Next one over is the cat's tail, which is self-explanatory why it's called that. Very reliable grass, very popular for grazing animals. The long thin grass next to that is the Perennial Rye Grass, which is very strong and used in lawns, very good turf. Next one over is normally considered a weed grass. This is creeping soft grass, but in this orchard it forms large colonies and it provides loads of seeds for birds later on, which is very, very useful. Then we've got the crested dog's tail, which is more commonly found on sandy soil. We have small colonies of it here because we have quite good drainage. And then the final one is the red fescue, which is a very common grass in fine lawns and again likes to grow in full sun on dry soil. So here we are at a tree. Look at the amount of grasses that we've got here. We've got the coxfoot, we've got the creeping soft grass, we've got the festuca, and also some nettles growing at the foot of the tree. The base of the tree is actually covered by a membrane, semi-permeable membrane, which prevents the roots of the grass actually getting inside the roots of the tree. But what the grass is really doing is protecting the soil from dehydration and also oxidation, a very important point, because when the soil becomes oxidised, a lot of nutrients become unavailable. And that's a major problem in farmland where the ground's left bare. This orchard, the soil is never left bare. It's highly biologically active. The bacteria and the fungi, which are absolutely vital for the nutrient transfer into a tree, a healthy tree, are working best when they're encouraged by vegetation around them and they're fed constantly with sugars from the tree or the grass. So the grass is having a huge effect on promoting the tree growth. And that's the difficult point for a lot of people to accept. They see the grass as a competitor. It's actually helping. And you've only got to look at this tree to see how healthy it really is. This tree is never watered and it's putting on a huge amount of growth.